أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only do it on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. And remember, in every African home, a traditional home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors find their way into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. In the aftermath, food is made, and this food unites the whole family in all its sumptuousness and palatability. And this empowers us, nourishes us, and keeps us strong and going every time. This is what this program is all about: palatability, sumptuousness, togetherness, and strength to move forward, to build our motherland, and of course, our beautiful mother continent. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Oh gosh. Now, my brother, my sister, our numbers are rolling on the screen. Pick up that and do business with us. We are ready to advertise your products to the length and breadth of the globe. And here, we do not criticize, as you were told. We only criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. My brother, my sister, send your comments in. We're going to be reading your comments whilst this program is on. Today, we have 5 very important issues to look at, and they are very important to the development of our people, our continent, our land. Story number 1. Watch this, my youth. It says, Chraj angry at Lydia'S Ayawaso food bribe. Now, the boss of Chraj is called Mr. Witter. That's him. He disappointed me a few days back in his handling of the Kumasi prophets issue, the double identity of Victor Kusi Boateng. I was not happy about the way they handled it. It wasn't professional, and it was not in the least convincing. But that aside, the man seems to be angry, and he's still talking. This is the boss of Chraj. What is the story all about? Watch this. And come here. Chraj boss descends on security of officers who collected food shared by MP during special voting. Chraj boss descends on security officers who collected food shared by MP during special voting. Now, the commissioner of the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, Chraj, Dr. Joseph Whittal, has strongly condemned the actions of some security officers who accepted food being distributed by the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon, Lydia Alhassan, while they were in a queue to vote during Monday's special voting exercise. He described the act as embarrassing, stating that security officers must always remain security conscious. Addressing journalists after a health screening for 300 staff members of the commission who would be deployed to monitor human rights issues during the December 7 election, Dr. Whittal said, when I watched the video, it was quite embarrassing. Security officials must be security conscious. How can you come to exercise your franchise and somebody gives you food? You don't even know where the food is coming from and you take it as though it's okay. Particularly when you are being given the opportunity to exercise that franchise in preparation to secure the environment on the 7th for all Ghanaians to exercise their franchise. Yet you start on such a bad note. What happens if you go to the field and other people distribute food to those in the queue? Are you sure you'll be able to make any arrests in such situations? This incident suggests you wouldn't see it as a problem. At the level of the individual officers involved, this is concerning. To all security agency leadership, this is a clear indication of poor performance. When it comes to election-related matters, they need to be more vigilant, especially regarding the distribution of money, food, and other items around polling stations. Dr. Whittal added, they ought to go back to the drawing board and strive to do better next time. This is the shameful, shameless Lydia Alhassan. I used to like her until Monday when she proved to the whole country that she's not worthy of any decency. This woman here is an embarrassment to all MPs in Ghana. This woman here is a big embarrassment to the democracy of our nation. She's not just shameless. In fact, she is out of order. You make laws in the Parliament House. And these laws are supposed to be held in high esteem. You are the same people breaking the laws. Now, this shameless woman who lost her husband a few years back, after which she jumped into the shoes of the husband by the kind courtesy of the NPP, for sympathy votes she got. Our country is all about sympathy. It's not about who is worthy of the job. Let your husband die today. Let them put you on to replace your husband in the parliament. The whole Ghana will vote for you. And kick out the man with the brains. The man who has gone to school to study. The man who is ready. No, they are not ready for you. They are ready for sympathy jokes. Because we are only interested in dead bodies. In my country, when people are alive, we don't show them any respect. But when they die, that is when we gather people around to come and have parties, drink and misbehave. We are ready to pay huge monies for their funerals, yet we are not ready to pay a cent to have them healed in the hospitals. It's sad and it hurts me. This woman has no shame. She went all the way to Ayawaso Wuagong. Only in the last election we saw mayhem meted out to electorates and much more in that constituency. Guns were fired. Marked security personnel wielded guns as if it was a battlefront. My brother, my sister, today when you go to Ayawaso, that same area, you will see bullet holes in so many buildings, orchestrated by this dirty party in power called the NPP. She is a member of the dirty party in power. I say dirty because it is dirty. My brother, my sister, she went all the way to the constituency. Whilst the special voting was going on, she was seen and captured on video sharing food with her allies, giving to security personnel who were in a queue to vote. She didn't wait for them to finish voting. They were still in the queue. She went all the way to them. This is a constituency where she's also standing to be voted. And she was sharing food amongst them. And when journalists interviewed her, she denied that she was there. She said, it wasn't me. I wasn't there. Hey, the whole day, I was here, somewhere else. I never left the place till evening. I don't even know what they are talking about. And when the video was shown to her, the liar that she is, pathological, political, indecent liar, She stood there when she was looking at it like a moron. I am so angry. These are the people who have been voted to come and run our country for us. Sympathy jokes. Her husband died. Because of that, she's all of a sudden qualified to run our country. They didn't only make her an MP. They went ahead to make her a minister of sanitation and water resources. Water is key. Water is life. This is the woman who is in charge of our water bodies in Ghana right now. This indecent woman. I am hurt. We have spoken about this. But my brother, Chraj is taking the whole issue to another level. All the security personnel, and find me the video. The security personnel, my brother, my sister, looking at their uniforms, you could tell that they were from the prison service. My brother, my sister, they were all in the queue, waiting to vote, turned around and were taking the food. I'm going to give you a scenario. It might be very hurting, but it is the truth. I've told this story before. Next to my house, there's a man who is always beating his dogs. One day, I was so fed up, I asked him, "Sir, why do you keep beating the dogs and they keep making noise every time in the area?" He told me, "Blakk Rasta, I apologize for the noise, but I'm training my dogs. When I throw a piece of meat at them from over the wall, when they rush to come and eat this, I beat them because I don't want them to eat meat that they don't know the source. Any armed robber can poison a piece of meat and throw it over the wall. And when they eat it, they die. And the armed robber has a leeway into my house. So I am training them not to just eat anything at all. They must know the source. They must eat from their bowl, nowhere else." Our security personnel are supposed to be behaving like the proverbial dog. Its duty is for security. If you go out and you eat just anything, you could be bribed, you could be poisoned, so people will have their leeway to do things. This is Lydia standing there in blue trousers and a blue hat and a white top, signaling the colors of the NPP. And here she is distributing food to security personnel. She's tired. She picks a bottle of water. She's drinking the bottle of water. Right after that, she turns around whilst food is still being served. Nobody knows the source of this food. Nobody knows what else is in that hamper. Then she is walking away. Those who have not seen her face, there's a photograph that shows her face clearly. My brother, my sister, yet this shameless woman still denied that she was at the filling station. I beg your pardon, polling station. My brother, she needs to apologize to the people of Ghana for taking us for fool and lying blatantly through her teeth. Number two, she has to be disqualified immediately. She has broken the laws of our election in this country. She doesn't deserve to be on the ballot paper. She should go home and do her work again. Now, there is a statesman by name Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu. Find me his photograph. Now, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu has also spoken about this. And you know what Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu is saying? He is one of the founders of the NPP. And he has told us point blank that the NPP does not deserve to be retained in power. He went ahead to tell us that in this election, the only verdict Ghanaians want to hear is change. They don't want to see the NPP anymore. He warned us before Nana Addo was voted into power that we will regret it that we had voted Nana Addo into power. We still went ahead and voted Nana Addo. And today, he's almost like a prophet in this country. This is Nyaho Tamaklu. He's a medical doctor. He has a beautiful high-class hospital here for only people who can afford, not people like me. My brother, my sister, this is Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu. He's spoken about this incident. You know what he said? He said that this woman called Lydia Alhassan must be banned. I agree with him. Disqualify her, send her away. She is not fit for office. If you can lie to the people of Ghana, that means that you knew that what you were doing was wrong. You were breaking the law, yet you are a lawmaker. What kind of a lawmaker is this that blatantly breaks laws? We don't need these people, and we don't need to mince our words. And to the dirty security personnel who stood there and took food, I know your salary is not good. I know that you are suffering. That's why a lot of you allow Chinese prisoners to escape, because they have given you $2 and $5. But the integrity of our nation is first. In Malaysia, when a government official is seen to be corrupt, he commits suicide. In China, it's the same thing. But in my country, Ghana, you are transferred and they quietly promote you to continue with your dirty things. It is even worse in Nigeria. People are breaking laws, corrupt politicians. We organize parties and then we ask them to come and give us speeches as to how they have been able to make it so big. We glorify corruption in our country. Now to Lydia, bring her here. You have proven that you are a very dangerous, dirty, criminal politician. You have proven beyond all doubts that you are unfit for office. Now that we are hearing from Chraj that yes, it is true, it is you in the video, we can now assess you properly. Before you came into office, and I don't want to give credence to that, there were people who called you a bloody widow. I fought against that because that was derogatory. Many said you killed your husband in order that you would ascend to power. Knowing the kind of dirty party we have, when you die, they quickly find your spouse to replace you, my brother, my sister. And when your rival, John Dumelo, said this, I was one of those who came out and condemned him from head to toe. The way you are behaving, you are too desperate for power. And you are feeding into the rumor that you probably did what people are saying you did. I'm so ashamed of you. Dash, shall we? Dash! Next story, my youths. Kwaku Baako will vote for BAWUMIA. Hi. Again? Hi. Who is Kwaku Baako? We all know him as Kwaku Baako, the man of documents. He has 7 articulated tracks full of documents. I respect him a lot. His father was a powerful Pan-Africanist who served under Kwame Nkrumah, and he was called Kwaku Baako Senior. Hey. His father was sent by Kwame Nkrumah to go and secure planes for the Ghana Airways. And when he went, in fact, the agreement was that they would pay a certain price for the planes. But when he arrived, he was able to bargain and the price came down. He could have pocketed the difference, but he brought the difference and came back to Kwame Nkrumah and said, you know what? We agreed that we're going to pay 10 for this. But when we went, the price came down to 7. This they change. He was an honest man. Kwaku Baako is an astute journalist. Of course, he's a politician. He says he's a member of the CPP because his father was a member. And I trust that this is a very knowledgeable man. He's the boss of Ghana's #1 ace investigative journalist, Anas Armiyao Anas. That is his boss, Kwaku Baako. In fact, he's so well accomplished in the world of journalism, right here in Ghana and beyond. Everybody knows he has sympathies for the NPP. Today, he published on his social media page that he is going to be voting for BAWUMIA. This is what he wrote. He converted from Christianity to Islam, so his name changed. We now have him called Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako. My name is Baako. I will vote for #1, Baako, on the presidential ballot on December 7th for Baako in Akan means one. So he says he's going to vote for one because his name is one, right? I appeal to the good people of Ghana to do same. I pray number one, that's Baako triumph. Fingers crossed. Please, the usual suspects will come raining insults and threaten brimstone and fire here. I will tolerate their predictably robotic character assassinations and personality attacks. I want to take that word again. Predictably. You know what that means? You can easily predict these people. I tolerate their predictably robotic character assassinations and personality attacks. Blocking is alien to my political and communications DNA. I have the shock absorbers to contain their legendary nuisance. Their political antecedents did worse to me. All I will say is that free speech is not a crime. Long live Ghana. Hallelujah. So the newspapers carried the story across. And this one, my own trainer says, I will vote BAWUMIA. I will vote BAWUMIA. And this is Kwaku Baako screaming his lungs out. Oh my God. Okay. So he is the chief editor, or editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guard. And his name is Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako. He's urged Ghanaians to vote for the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. Dash it away. Well, I don't see why I will criticize a man like this. He has sympathies for his party, the CPP, and he's a sympathizer of the MPP. He's a man who doesn't like the NDC because of what he went through in the hands of J.J. Rawlings. Rawlings arrested him and brutalized him, we're told, in the days of the Yokogari on credit and other things like that. So he doesn't want to hear about Rawlings. My brother, my sister, if he doesn't want to hear about Rawlings, is it Rawlings' party he would like? So, in default, he will fall for the NPP. My brother, my sister, Kwaku Baako says, vote for BAWUMIA because he would vote for BAWUMIA. That's okay. Kwame Mienu is also going to be voting for maybe Chiraboso. So it is a democracy. There's no need to attack a man like this. Many people might ask, but is this man too in Ghana? Does he see the vicissitudes of the economy? Up today, down tomorrow, down, 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 down. From 4 cities, we are now at 17 Ghana cedis per dollar. The economy is in shambles. We are running like money hawks, begging for money from across the world. We have lost our education to dirty politics. Some dirty free SHS, where our children go to school for about how many weeks? And then they come home and sit down for so many more such weeks. My son called me today and said, Daddy, we are vacating school tomorrow. I said, but you just went to school? He said, yes. My brother, they have messed up our educational system. The Ghana education that everybody revered. Nigerians were running all the way from Nigeria to Ghana to study. Sierra Leoneans were doing it. Zimbabweans were doing it. Today, my brother, my sister, they are messing up the basics, the foundations of our education. The CD is almost like a toilet paper now. And if you still want to vote for these people who have perpetrated this evil against us, it's a democracy. Somebody's meat is another man's poison. To Kwaku Baako, bring his photo here. I appreciate you so much, Kwaku Baako, Abdul Malik. You are a democratic person. You have not put a gun to any man's head to force them to vote in your direction. You only told them where your ballot is going to go. And you are encouraging other people to follow suit. There's no need to criticize you. There's no need to insult you. But there's the need to pray for Ghana. But I would like to leave you with one word. I know many people would believe that your vote is embedded in your stomach. I don't know if anybody there, BAWUMIA, and the MPP feed you. But many would say that this is a stomach-directed ballot. Many other people would say, oh, this man, I think he's losing it. But I will not encourage that. All I will say is that it's just the choice of the man. So at least he's not asking you to pick guns and misbehave. Congratulations, Mr. Baako. After the 7th of December, we shall see the smoothness level of this country. May it be smooth and smoother. I hail you. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we will do more. Send your messages in. And remember to also share the broadcast. Like it. Tell family and friends that this is where the action is. Hey! Why? Wayo! It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Remember to share the broadcast, like it, and of course, make sure you talk to family and friends to be part of it. My name is Blakk RASTA, and we are reaching out to you all the way from the capital of Ghana, Accra. Do business with us so we can make some small money to keep us going. Yes, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Oh, Lord, God have mercy. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Yeah? This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Next story, my youths. Asantehene attacked in Techiman. Hey, true? Are you sure? Who will dare attack the great Asantehene? Who will dare attack the Otumfuo himself? Techiman Traditional Council breaks silence on attack on Otumfuo's convoy. Ghana Web tells us that. The Techiman Traditional Council has addressed reports circulating on social media about an alleged attack on the convoy of the Asantehene, Otumfuo said to do the second during his recent visit to the Bono East area. According to myjoyonline.com, in a statement released on December 3, 2024, the council clarified that there is no animosity between the people of Techiman and the Ashantis. Now, the report explained that the clarification follows an incident on Monday, December 2, 2024, when an unidentified youth reportedly threw stones at vehicles in the Asantehene's convoy while it was returning to Kumasi after a funeral in Koramza. According to a preliminary report by the police, stones were thrown at some buses in the convoy. However, the Traditional Council in Techiman dismissed suggestions of hostility, noting that the Asantehene and the Techiman are bonded by familial ties as members of the Oyoko clan and maintain a long-standing relationship characterized by mutual respect and collaboration. Now, the council also addressed claims that Otumfuo security guards had fired gunshots and mistreated civilians in Techiman, asserting that such allegations likely contributed to misunderstandings and provoked the youth to react. They added that unverified social media reports exacerbated tensions in the community. Chieftaincy is a revered institution that must be respected at all costs, the council stated. They also cautioned against the misuse of social media, especially posts that insult traditional leaders or spread misinformation. The situation was brought under control through the swift intervention of security personnel, and those injured in the incident were treated at the Holy Family Teaching Hospital. There are some things that I picked up. Let me look at the list. Listen, if you want respect for traditional authorities, like this report is telling us about Techiman Hene's, thoughts, stay away from politics. I don't see why a traditional ruler should be campaigning for political parties too. You are two different entities in two different polar areas. Today we see a lot of these traditional chiefs campaigning for politicians to come into power. And you look at them and you ask, are they serious? What's wrong with them? Marada, Asantehene threatened years back. In fact, that was in 2010. Osi obechi Techiman Hene. Obe fanu no mo. Me menti twi, menti asye. Si obe fanu no mo. It's saying that means he will take him captive. He will kidnap Techiman Hene. Remember, I made a song about it in those days, but I decided not to release it after playing it just once or twice on radio. At the end of the day, the beauty of the whole thing, after the disagreement with Asantehene, they came together again. It was so beautiful. Asantehene asked Techiman Hene to bring yams all the way from Techiman or Pefuphobia. Si Techiman Hene, unim, ma fifufu, and te breme bayre, ma mi wafufu, mi fa aben kwan bi nwono, ni akrantie bi, na, enfanjo, na kuma. Techiman Hene smiled, and there was peace. This was 2010. Peace. We never had anything again for 14 solid years. This is 2024. All of a sudden, we are hearing that some youth in Techiman decided to attack the convoy of the Asantehene. I condemn this outright. If you have the Asantehene coming to your area, I think you should receive him so well and be thankful to the stars that such a great ancient throne has come to bless the area. If Asantehene comes to visit me, I'll feel blessed. If Asantehene invites me to Manshia, I will feel blessed. If Techiman Hene invites me to Techiman, hey, it will be an opportunity for me to eat proper plantain and so on and so forth. Maybe you'll find me a pretty Techiman wife to massage my aching muscles. I love traditional authority. Let alone the king of Igbo or Yoruba invites me all the way to Nigeria. Then I'm in heaven. To be recognized by traditional authority is strong. Shall we hit the nail on the head now? Watch this. Asantehene went all the way to Nkuranza for a funeral. It was announced. After the funeral, he was on his way back, and it was reported in the media that his entourage was attacked. And when the security realized that the life of the Asantehene was under threat, they fired shots to ward off all the people who were trying to cause mayhem, as security personnel would do. It exacerbated the issue. And there was a total confusion. And it caught the eye of everybody. It came in the media. It's so disrespectful to our chieftaincy, so disrespectful to our traditional authorities. I do not know why anybody would like to attack the Asantehene. Of course, Of late, we've heard about some tensions between Techiman and Asantehene and some other chiefs, on the periphery with Asantehene. All I can say is that, listen, and don't take it personal. Anybody who thinks that by disrespecting his father, he will get respect is only fooling himself. There are some people, they believe that by being so disrespectful to authority, they are seen as heroes. You will soon be in authority too. The same bouquet of flowers will be given to you. My brother, we all didn't come from here. We came from elsewhere and settled where we are right now. Never ever look down on any traditional authority. If they are doing wrong, tell them that what they are doing is wrong. But to go ahead and try to take the law into your own hands, you are demeaning traditional authority. It's like you trying to push down traditional authority. And when you do that, you reduce your own height. I'm speaking in parables. When we were in school, some people felt that by being disrespectful to senior prefects, people would see them as tough and wild. In no time, they became senior students too. And junior students gave them the same treatment. With all love, please sort out this issue. Or else, there is a tribal war that is looming over this country. We don't want it. I don't want to say what I want to say. But to all Ashantis, please be patient. All Bono, be patient. I want to go all the way to the northern region. All the ethnic groups there, be patient. If we look at our history well, we are one people. Techiman says, there's a familial tie. Right? They are familial ties. So they are one people. Why should brother and brother fight, sister and sister fight? It's lack of knowledge that will let a sister see another sister as an enemy, and a brother see another brother as an enemy. Please, I beg you, let there be peace. And me say, me free say, me a better channel. Now we are and ya microphone no we say, microphone say no, that be. It doesn't matter. Soon you will be old and you'll be the one advising all these people to stop what you were doing and didn't want to take advice from. To God be the glory. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. When we return, we will be reading your messages. Hey! Why? Wayo! It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonam, here we speak truth to power. At just 37 years, Murtala Muhammad was assassinated. He woke up very early in the morning, was going to his office. It was around 8 a.m. And right there in Lagos, in that corner, he was shot and killed alongside his aide. He was unprotected. The only form of protection on him and his aide was a pistol carried by his aide. He never got the opportunity to pull the trigger. He was shot and killed in cold blood. Today, the biggest airport in Nigeria, the Murtala Mohammed Airport, has attained international status and is named after him. May his body, mind, and soul rest in perfect peace. His life was taken away when he was only 37. It's the Black Box, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Shall we see your comments? All right? Stephen Banda says, King of Africa is live. Woyoy. Wani Boy says, welcome back, my lord. Woyoy. Ras Osaje Fuduabel. Tindando. Egomado. Yinzorbil. He says, woyoy. Godfather. Jah bless and keep you safe and sound from Mother Ghana. God's way Jata says, live in Kumasi. Come here. Woyoy. Volks. One of my confined satisfactions is to listen to your wisdom. I understand what you mean. Ahmed Ekofin says, welcome, legend. Woyoy. I'm watching you from Dubai. You think so you day wise. All right? So Lydia Alhassan says, very lucky to join you early today. Please, which station does it play this time? Because it used to be Pan-African TV. I was following it. But now, we are no longer on Pan-African TV. We're going to build our own TV station from next year, God willing. And then you can watch it there. Pan-African TV has always been our home. But for a reason, we couldn't continue over there. But all love to my godfather, Kwesi Pratt Jr., and his beautiful wife and the whole family there. We love you. Zion Genesis says, say it loud. For Tao Abdullah says, welcome to the Blackport. By the grace of God, by next week, JM will announce victory. Hallelujah. Stanley Opari says, Ghana shall be better. Black Rasta. I believe that. Mark Romeo Ofori says, Ghana, your deliverance is near. Stand firm. By any means necessary. Jah guide, he says. And this is Mark Romeo Ofori. Adabona, Elijah Akembona. I like that name. Adabona, Elijah Akembona. This is a frafra man. Love, love, love. There are those who love to use powerful names like this. Very soon, I'm going to add Atinga Akbanzore to my name. Conscious Agbenemu Ahosu. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu. Agbemenu Ahosu. Says, fire them. Dua Billions or Bill is watching with you. We know. V. Boozman says, good evening, Black Rasta. Please, I'd like to thank you for the good work you're doing in helping Ghanaians. Please, in my hometown, Yendi constituency, Farouk Alu Mahama was giving 500 Ghana cedis to our security officers in Yendi, just for them to vote for him. Are you sure? Do you have any evidence you can share with us so we can let this one to come on? But as I said, Ghana politics is so dirty. All the parties are bribing. All of them. If you don't do it, the average Ghanaian thinks that you don't love him. Oh, say, we more buy or more thousand. The 1,000 they can't even say it. 1,000. We don't buy a Muslim 500. Ebe jinsu yentu mam. Ska na moje edi ato aba. Munimbre. Mube bre. Because munimbiye. Nyansa no kiti say. All over Ghana. Next story. Early voting crisis in Ashanti. Eish. Come and share. King. Run the story, my youths. Hey! Special voting. NDC accuses Ashanti Electoral Commission boss of preventing agents from putting seals on ballot boxes. And if you look at those ballot boxes, you see that there are some seals there. Those seals are from the EC. But listen to what you didn't know. Run it, my youths. Now, the Opposition National Democratic Congress, the NDC, has accused the Ashanti Regional Director of the Electoral Commission of undermining electoral laws and being a threat to the nation's democracy. According to the Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, the Ashanti Regional Director of the EC, ahead of Monday's special voting exercise, issued a directive preventing agents of the NDC from putting their seals on ballot boxes containing electoral materials. Speaking in an interview on Joy News, Dr. Tanko explained that political parties, in ensuring the integrity of elections, are allowed to place their seals on ballot boxes containing electoral materials before distributing to polling centers. He alleged that the situation, however, was different in the Ashanti region, where the EC director had issued a directive to stop the NDC from placing their seals on the ballot boxes. I am saying he gave instructions. He told them that the NDC should not put a seal. When I confronted him, he asked me, if we have 400 ballot boxes, are you going to put seals on all of them? And I told him, if you bring 1 million ballot boxes, I will put 1 million seals. That is what the CI says. He said, according to Tanko, he had to take his escalation of the matter to the deputy commissioners of the EC before the regional director backed down. Tanko Computer. So you see, when the ballot boxes are coming, you are also allowed to put your own seal. You are the only person who can open it smoothly, so that you give the keys to your agents in the area. They should open the ballot, and people will come and open theirs. These people will open theirs. Normally, they would like the two big parties to do that, put their seals on, and maybe one other party. After the EC puts its own seals. According to him, in the stronghold of the Ashanti, of the MPP, they decided that NDC should not put its seal there. He had to fight before they allowed him to put his seal. I think it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? If all parties right at the beginning can put their seal there. So if the ballot arrives there without the seal, it means that they didn't have a hand in it, isn't it? I am glad that this is happening, and I'm glad that it looks like our democracy is getting entrenched deeply every now and then, despite all the allegations of bribery, wanton, blatant bribery. Is the Black Pots, aka Kokoshonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Next story, and that's the last story for the day, and we'll be done. We have just about 7 more minutes to end it all. 55 million for stolen rail lines. Remember, we carried this story. I honestly don't know who created Ghanaians. As I keep saying, some Ghanaians and Nigerians should have been created pigs and goats. There are some human beings that shouldn't have been human beings. They should have been goats and sheep. When I travel to Nigeria, I see a lot of people who should have been goats and sheep. In Ghana, there are a lot of human beings who should have been chicken for Christmas. I go to some African countries as well, and I see them. Some should have been ducks. Doko. Look at these beautiful rail lines. Some people would wait until it's night. Then they go to the areas where trains do not regularly pass. And they cut these rail lines and go and sell to the Chinese to smelt, make them into rails again, and come and sell to us, their own country. I don't know if you understand. These beautiful rail lines, a lot of them were imported from China. China is in Ghana and the rest of Africa busily looking for metals to recycle. It's become a big business. No wonder, in fact, what's his name? Cheddar says he made his money from selling scraps and metals. It's a lucrative business. So right now, if you make a mistake and leave your walking stick to go and take a pee, you will come back and it's not there. anything metal in Ghana is gone. They take that and go and sell to Chinese. So they go out to the rail lines like this, cut the rails, and sell to the Chinese. They buy them according to the weight. And these ones have weight. We showed you so many photographs of some of these rail lines that have been vandalized in Ghana before. My brother, we brought this issue out, and I remember a certain minister coming out to say that no, in fact, those rail lines, they intentionally cut them because they wanted to refurbish them. Today, look at this. It will cost $5 million per kilometer to replace stolen bars on Achimota and Sawam Railway. Did you see that? Some unknown individuals have stolen railway bars from sections of the Achimota and Sawam stretch in the Greater Accra region. And remember, this is just one part. There are more areas that have had this vandalization happening. According to residents along the railway stretch, they saw about 20 men with equipment used to remove the bars. They told Joy News that the perpetrators arrived in batches, with the first group conducting the act at midnight and the second group removing the bars at around 6 a.m. We slept overnight and saw them removing it from the sources. We don't know any of them, and we have no information about them, a resident alleged. So you see why I say that some of us should have been made pigs and goats. If this was America, one call, 911. There are some men, we see a lot of men coming around, man, they're taking some red lines, man. 3 minutes, when police people are there, well armed to the teeth, ready to take action. They sat down from midnight all the way through 6 a.m., 6 hours. None of these people could go to the police and tell the police, hey, this is happening. None could call any of the police lines. None. They waited to speak to journalists. Several hours later, hey, some men came here, oh, and they came in 2 batches. Oh. Some came at midnight. Oh. They carried the rail. Oh. And then another batch came. Oh. 6 o'clock, they took it away. Oh. We don't know what did they go do with them. And you think you've made sense? You should have been created pigs and goats. A pig does not know how to use a mobile phone, so that we can excuse you at least that you couldn't call the police to tell the police this. Yet, if your neighbor, your married neighbor, was bringing in an ashawo at midnight, you know how to pick a phone and call his wife and tell his wife, ah, your husband don't come, oh. You don't bring a shower, come. But what affects the nation? Come here, my youth. Where are we at far? You don't say you be wise. If your neighbor is cooking a soup with no meat inside, you know how to call 7 million neighbors and tell them that, hey, the neighbor where they do tuno say get money. Now they cook food where food meat no day inside. Oh. Now wahala. But thieves come to steal national property. You can't find your phone. So they are saying 5 million Ghana cedis, dollars, I beg your pardon. Change the headline to 5 million. I don't know where the 55 million is coming from. One of the locals who identified themselves as a youth leader also alleged. We approached them and asked them where they were sending the railway bars. They said they were sent from the Flagstaff house. When we asked for documents to back their claim, they showed us a document from the office of the president. They said the incident occurred about 2 months ago. When they questioned the men, they were told authority from above and had instructed them to remove the bars. The following day, when they came, they arrived with the police. Another resident told Joy News. Another resident claimed that the thieves removed the bars on 4 separate occasions and their attempts to stop them were unsuccessful. What were the attempts? Sitting down, praying in tongues so they will run away. Is that an attempt? Well, we live in a country where the police that we paid using the taxpayers' money to take them to school join hands with robbers to rob us and terrorize us. It's the Black Port, aka Kokoshonamo. And here we speak truth to power. It's 7 o'clock on the dot, and it's time now for me to say bye-bye to you. Remember, our numbers are rolling on the screen. Make sure you pick up the numbers and do business with us. Call us promptly. Send us WhatsApp messages and even more. We're ready to deal with you, right? Let's see your final messages, and we'll drop the ball for today. Halal says that woman Lydia is such a corny person. She seems to always portray the personality of innocence, yet very wicked, as my Nigerian people would say, and deceptive. The earlier we knew about her, the better. Yakubu Abdul Kabiru Gong says, watching you live from Zangbalam. Bitter Bless Ghana says, it's been long commenting here, Godfather. Please, sometimes listening to you live on radio over the internet hurts. Because today I couldn't because the site was offline. God bless you, Salam. Bitter Bless, you are right. Today we had a problem with the online. So what you're saying is nothing but the truth. Online was on and off. I am truly sorry about that. Yeah? We'll make sure things get better. Hakim Mumuni says, good evening, bro. Watching you live from Wa. Ya Oduro Nti Nyama says, the youth of my dear Ghana, let's change the narrative of this nation by voting NPP and NDC out. Vote NKB, number 12. Massa, it is an election, Ghana versus the NPP. Any party that wins is better than the NPP in power. Alexander Kwesi says, I have seen a video where 4 bodyguards were making videos at Techiman saying they have been in Techiman for almost 3 hours and there's no man at Techiman. Then on their return, the youth of Techiman attacked them. I think 4 should do the rightful and punish his bodyguards for escalating the violent act. Watching you from Ontario, Canada. Toma. Well, is it true? So this is barbarism. I mean, if this is true, what do you gain from that? Me bema. Fa hondin noko dia banchin. En fan wafufu na en fan dia ben kwan. Mo hondin. Fa kosi dan e ma offense nkodem. An hondin aye di bu nipa de nya hondin eye. Sebi. Well, my name is Blakk RASTA. I want to say thank you on behalf of my team here. I want to say thank you so much to Jeffrey Foley. Yes, the MCR alongside Lenche. No two ways about that. DJ Excel is also here. Oheneba. Thanks so much to Osaje Fodua Bill, Tindan Dogo, Gomadogo. And of course, all the way from Nigeria, my very good brethren. I love so much Baba Abi. Also came to visit us, is here for, the elections. They are going to, observe the elections and take the information back to the Nigerian government. It's a Black Port, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. We love you and we appreciate you. Catch us again tomorrow, same time, 6 to 7. Hey! Wayo!